The benevolence of the meteorites?
Now, outside of the geopolitical tensions that's taking place with Iran and the United States government, there's a lot of cosmic activity that's taking place in our atmosphere where you have an accumulation of meteorites that's coming to the planet. Now, you got to read the book by Dr. York, The Great Balls of Fire, because he was right. Because when you read the book, he talks about how you have an accumulation of meteorites that's coming to the planet, the Great Balls of Fire, which is the personification of judgment in Babylon. So when you see that sign, that is the sign right before you have the activation of the seven thunders, which is also interconnected to your scroll of all, which is the chakra system. So that means that the human consciousness in itself has the ability to manipulate physical matter. Now, these meteorites have a lot of cosmic radiation, which is telluric electromagnetic energy that interfaces with ether. So it's highly intelligent due to the fact that it contains over 70 different amino acids. So this is why you got to watch the movie Meteor Man, because it's actually the personification of a magnum opus where a human becomes God in the golden age. So it's actually talking about spiritual transformation. So these meteors that's coming into our atmosphere and piercing the firmament is actually causing a spiritual and a metaphysical upgrade for humanity. Now, if this story about a man being kidnapped by some motherfucking whales is real, this is esoterically interconnected to biblical context when you're talking about Jonah chapter 3 verse 5, where it says that Nineveh shall be overthrown because Jonah, the son of Jonah, was where he was in the mouth of a whale. Now, when you get into the ecological sciences, a dolphin is actually the personification of a suborder Odoctocini, which is a toothed whale. So the son of Jonah was the man being kidnapped by some motherfucking dolphins, which are basically toothed whales. With all that shit being said, we're basically at the apex of the Great Awakening period. So you got to get your affairs in order because the signs of the times is in the atmosphere.
Seems what's going on behind the scenes is nothing but benevolence coming in and cleaning up. But here is Ryan O'Neal to top it off with what is really going on as to the elevation of Mother Earth. So, pay attention.
Oh, yeah.
It's totally just something falling. And I don't know what it is. I lost it.
Yeah, Council. Another major sign of the times that we're in right now. Everywhere, all around the world, all at once, they're having meteorites falling out of the sky into the atmosphere. Whatever these elemental spirits are, they're gathering here through some interdimensional means for a purpose beyond what we might understand right now in the moment. But if we connect the dots and watch the pattern, we can kind of figure it out. They're here for the shift, family. The whole range, the whole axis is being shifted. Everything's being reset and recalibrated, and they're part of this works. You get me? So while these people are fighting their major wars and causing their major destruction, the earth is going through a resurrection cycle. Once again, it's the mitosis, and all the people on the negative bandwidth, the negative waveform, they're going down in the shift, in this split, and we're rising up and ascending as clearly can be seen in our auras. Anyway, family, y'all stay up and stay bliss and get prepared for the new lift. Bang, bang. Yeah. Council, it's the plasma activation key. You dig? Yeah, man. A frequency turn on everything. A frequency is the spark. That's what you're witnessing right now in the physical and the spirit.
So now you know that everything is being returned back to its original organic template. The separation of souls, the separation of worlds, the separation of timelines, realities, everything. You choose which side you want to be on, and you better choose fast because things are moving. They're moving quickly.